Now. Okay, everyone, welcome to our October 12th Youth Services check-in. On the agenda today, we have 6 things, but I think we can get through them fairly quickly. We're going to give you an update on the results of the doodle poll, on what we're going to do with our days and times for this Monday check-in, if we're going to stick with Monday at 1:30 or try something new. And this would just be for October, November, December, and then we'll regroup again in January. Some CSLP 2021 updates, a couple save the dates, Yellza 2020 and LibraryCon, and an early literacy survey. And then some early literacy library juice follow-up, and then we're gonna do a check-in. Does anyone have anything they'd like to add to the agenda? Speak up, we're open. Oh, okay, okay. Well, the first is our poll results. We had 10 people respond, and I'm thinking that the 10 who responded had set preferences. And I know a lot of you maybe aren't sure one way or another what your schedule is going to be doing. But as you can see, we had a tie. We had no clear winners, except, well, we did have one clear winner, and that looks like mornings are better. And I spoke to a director, and she reminded me that 1:30s are often lunch times. If it's not your lunch, it might be a coworker's lunch, so you're a little bit conflicted with your desk schedule, and I didn't think of that, of course. So it looks like no matter what we do, morning is going to be a better time, right? And then, I mean, Bruce, if you want to chime in here, I think what we've decided, at least for the next month and 2.5 months, is we're going to be doing these check-ins at 10 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah. So this is all Bruce. So yeah, what we're saying is we're going to keep doing our check-ins with you every other week. We're going to sort of change focus from all things summer reading, all things youth services, to hone in on early and family literacy. And that's going to be Bruce. He's going to lead these sessions. These are brand new things, and I will let him talk in a minute. We probably will limit these to 45 minutes, I think we discussed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And since, as you can see, Monday and Thursday are both equally loved, and Bruce has generously decided that we're not going to choose. We're not going to make you choose. We're going to do them on both days. So take it away, Bruce.
Hi. How's everybody doing today? I'm pretty sure it's been a rough weekend, like all weekends. And I wanted to talk to you guys about the early and family literacy that we're planning to doing between October 19th and December 14th. We do want to have you guys include your strong preferences. Personally, I think Mondays are better, but that's just me for 10 a.m. And as she mentioned, I'm not planning to run this longer than 45 minutes because the last time I ran a learning circle, which I'll talk about, one of the problems we ran into was that people had to leave the room earlier than the course was intended to run for. And because they had scheduling, they had to be on the desk, they had to cover for somebody, they had to go to lunch, they had another program or another meeting. So I want to give you guys at least 15 minutes to, clear out. So these will be kind of brief sessions. The other part that I would like to talk about is what a facilitated learning circle is, which I'll cover on the first day. And it's more of we come together and we discuss things and share knowledge rather than being lectured to or taught like in a class or a webinar. And I have found from just running the Supercharged Storytime learning circles, the stuff I learned from you guys was amazing. And not only that, the people who participated in it found that very helpful and amazing as well. And it helped to build a stronger community among librarians in the whole state of Nevada. Because as you know, your library is no different, but very different from every library out there. And that's kind of contradictory, but the common area is that we all share the same drive mission to help our patrons the most. And we're going to have a couple of guest trainers come in to help us with Mind in the Making. And the other thing that I would suggest, a reason I want to do this is because all of our programs for almost every library is going to be virtual for a while. And even when you have in-person communications with parents and other kids and children and things like that, excuse me, my dog decided to pipe in. You generally, these skills are transferable, but we need to focus on virtual programming because it's never going to go away. You're still going to be doing virtual programming after the pandemic is over. And it is good training all around for everybody to learn from each other on these things. And pretty much, I think that's covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, so to be clear about our days, so we're just going to sort of reset starting next Monday. So instead of having it every other Monday start on October 26th, like this will be the last day of this year of our just regular summer reading youth services. We're gonna reset, start fresh next Monday, October 19th at 10 a.m. And then if you can't make that learning circle, Bruce will do it all again, or if you want to do both, on Thursday. So it will be every other week, 2 different sessions.
Same material.
Until the week of December 14th. And then it'll end, and it doesn't conflict with the week of Thanksgiving. We looked at that, and it won't, go into the last 2 weeks of the year, which are, they're just free-for-alls anyway. So it'll be 5.
Also, I'd like to add, this is open to all of your library staff. This doesn't have to be you. This can be anybody who wants to learn from this can come in and join. And I really encourage it because I'm pretty sure you guys will benefit from having all of your library staff trained on these principles.
And I think we agreed that we're going to record them.
Yes, and they will be recorded. So,
record both sessions or just one?
Probably, I think both sessions. We'll record both sessions just because something interesting might come up in one of the ones that you don't attend, a person doesn't attend.
Okay. So we'll send an email out too, so it's in writing, right? And that'll go to the services list with all the dates, because October 19th and 22nd, and then November 2nd and 5th, and then November 16th and 19th, right? So it'll be there in writing for you to visually see. Okay. And then in January, we'll just go back. We'll go back to planning for summer reading. Woo.
Yay.
Shall we move on? Any comments, suggestions, anything?
Any questions at all? You can email me at my email address, or you can call me on preferably my cell phone. And I will get back to you as soon as possible if you need information or you need materials or things like that.
Bruce, this is Judy from Osho, and so this is just going to be basically learning how to share early literacy tips with our patrons through our story times.
Yes, virtually.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Because we are starting, we have the premiere of 2 new, I think I shared this with you last time, events, virtual events. One is called the Early Reader feature, and it's same thing, sharing tips and maybe a song or finger play for more the toddler. And then we have Break with Baby, which will be for the babies, and same thing. But I was thinking this could be beneficial for some of the staff that may want to, the staff person that created this is going to come out with guidelines, and then maybe if they're interested in pursuing, you know, doing some of these virtual events, that they could attend this too as kind of a backup training.
Oh my gosh, Judy, yeah, because it's a learning circle. You're like an important cog in that, or no, important part of that circle. Right.
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 You're the hub.
Right.
You're the momentum driver. I don't know. But that's the good thing about learning circles, because every one of you who's doing a virtual program has gained so much insight and knowledge, because nobody had been doing much in the way of virtual programming before the pandemic hit, and we all got thrown into it, and we all learned so much over the summer just running the summer reading program, of things to do, things not to do, things that work, things that didn't work, or things that's not working and you don't know why, and maybe somebody else can point out what it is. That's why facilitated learning circles are a great device for anyone to attend. And
right. And the reason why we came up with these types of programs was that, you know, with the publishers, not all of them extending their guidelines, I mean, their sharing deadlines, we wanted something still to be able to have for our patrons for early literacy. And our staff came up with this brilliant idea. And so what's kind of fun is we're able to share it not only in our private Facebook virtual storytime Facebook account, but also our regular Facebook account. That just came up the other day, and I said, can we do it on both? I mean, why not? Because we don't have those restrictions, because we're not actually reading a book.
right.
But I love this idea. So yes.
Let's see what happens. We throw stuff to the wall and see what sticks.
All right. So if you want to hear more about Judy and Washa's stuff, come next Monday or Thursday, or either. And because
and if we have those guidelines, one of our staff, like I said, is working on that. If we have anything we can share, we will.
Awesome. Thank you, Judy.
You're welcome.
And that's the other thing about learning circles: sharing.
Sharing, yes.
Sharing.
Okay, sweet. All right, we'll just move on. This is a slide we shared last time. The new parts of it are the manuals have arrived, right? Bruce.
Right, and they're being mailed out today.
Yes, and in those manuals you'll get your virtual digital access to, right? Yes. Okay. So you'll get your manuals, and then the second, I've been calling people. I'm calling people, emailing people, but we're tentatively going to do this 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on both January 13th and 14th. We weren't sure if it would be morning and afternoon, but I guess based on the doodle poll, it looks like afternoons might be more difficult. So it'll be morning. We will also send information out to all of the directors about this and encourage them to allow all of you to attend this like if it was a conference, right? Like you're out of the office. This would be your thing that you're doing that day, not working the desk, not doing pickups, right? You're just doing this. Did I misspeak, right? Yeah. So we'll be sending that. Any one want to comment or question or no? Okay. Oh,
when did you get the invitation for that?
What? I missed that, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Will we be getting more information, like an invitation to,
Yeah.
Right. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, we are making all of that. This is what we have so far. So we're just sharing, like, save the date, get excited, here are the times. the actual invite will come out relatively soon.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Here's save the date number 2. Yellza, if you didn't know this, Yellza was supposed to be at Circus this year, and it got, canceled, postponed, so it's virtual. Good news is that they are coming to Reno next year in 2021, so we were going to do a big Yellza push this year to get everyone in Nevada to attend this, so we'll do this upcoming year, assuming, everything's good to go. We can still meet in person. But Yellza 2020 is still happening. It's virtual. It's November 6th and 8th, so in a couple weeks. You can, early bird deadline passed.
Did it? I thought it was the 15th.
No, that was like, there were different tiers. The early bird ended September 30th. This is like the second level. So if you'd like to attend, you can get a LSDA CE scholarship to attend. It should be good, right? Okay.
Not as much fun as running around Circus, but it will be good.
I know. You know what? Next year in Reno, it's gonna be next fall. We're gonna have Yellza and we're gonna have ARSL, 2 major conferences in northern Nevada. I'm looking forward to next year. Okay. Save the date number 3, November 5th. And this is a free event. We sent out an email this morning, but we're just reminding you it's LibraryCon. It's Eastern time, so it's like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. But it's free, right? So there's where you can register. Okay, is Norma here? Norma, you want to talk about this one?
I am here. And I just realized the time on my laptop is off, so that's why I was late. We are wanting to update where we are with early and family literacy throughout the state. As part of that, you may remember that back in 2018, we did a survey asking what programming you had around early literacy and family literacy, asking what some of the barriers were to being able to do what you would like to do. So we are going to be updating that survey and sending it out again to see where libraries are now, since obviously things have happened since 2018. So we just kind of want to get a picture of what's going on throughout the state. So I'm trying to think what precipitated this. There was something. What am I forgetting? Sue-Lynn, do you?
Why we're doing this update, or why we did the original, or both?
Why we're doing the update. I mean, I know we had the conversation with Nancy, but what was before that?
It was Catherine Cortez Masto has an interest in early literacy data. That one?
Right. That one. Yes, thank you. So I think you all know that we have the calls on Tuesday mornings that everybody's welcome to attend. Last Tuesday, we had Trevor Dean, who's the Senior Policy Advisor to Senator Cortez Masto. And one of his interests that he's working on is doing something regarding early literacy. And so this is one way that we want to provide him information with what's actually going on in the state. So this is just a heads up that we will be sending out a survey, and we will appreciate feedback and input from everyone.
It's I mean, it's a lovely thing when the senator's senior policy advisor would really like to find out what's happening here so he can find ways to help you and, you know, shore up what we're doing. No promises, but data-driven decisions, right? That's what we want. So.
And also this can definitely help in them getting more funding for us. To keep in mind is that if we provide the evidence of the need, that they can definitely fight for us and fight for resources for public libraries and LSDA funding and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, and it's not so much of what evidence of need is one thing, but like it's not what you're not doing. It's also what you are doing. Like we want to celebrate what you are doing and then find where we can fill in with some resources, or you know, higher up can fill in with some resources. So watch out for that. Okay. Wow, we're just cruising through. Who here took the September early literacy library juice class? I see a couple of you.
I did. Courtney Oberhansi Mineral.
Yeah, do you want to share with this group here how awesome it is?
Oh, it was. You know, and I think a lot of the things are, well, I felt to me they were quite natural, a lot of the things, but I think my takeaway is that I'm going to be a little bit more intentional about when parents and children come in to just do little bits of early literacy. Because, you know, sometimes we feel like, you know, we want to tell so much, but really it's just these little bits I think that we can share that can have a real impact. But Suraj is a terrific teacher. So when you have the class again in January, I would certainly suggest that people take the class.
Right, so we sent, oh gosh, I think about 10 Nevada librarians to the September session. And I wasn't expecting such a big response. And so we ran out of seats, right? Now I know better. So far we have 10 people already signed up for the January class who couldn't, you know, go to the September one. And I'm going to reconfirm with all of those 10 people if they would still like to attend January. But if you or your if you want to talk to your directors, if you are the director, if you want to send some more staff, I'll be sending out an email. That's like, I don't know what I keep saying, we'll be sending out emails, but I will send another email to the directors list offering this opportunity. And I'm going to plan it a little bit better. So I'm going to have a list of everyone to make sure we don't run out of seats. Because the next time this is being offered, it will be offered again in May. And when I say it's $175, that's just, you don't pay that. We're going to pay that. We're going to cover that. Okay. Jessica Jones wrote in the comments she did, and it was awesome. So it's, this class is for everybody. It's not just for youth services staff, it's for everybody, because early literacy is, as it says, it's everybody's job. Okay, so that's what we have there. Jesse writes, my whole youth staff did it and everyone got something out of it. Perfect, perfect. We've debated whether or not to actually have this instructor, Suraj, do something just for Nevada. But her course right now, and Bruce and I have looked at it, it's pretty structured. I think this is a good way to go. Okay, anyone have questions about that?
So Lynn, this is Courtney. I just had one more thing to say about it. I know that it sounded to me like some staff people were saying that, you know, they would love to do some of these things, but they weren't in a position to, you know, to decide or give the money towards it. So actually you saying that it's for everybody is really helpful, because maybe the people in the libraries who do have the say-so over what funds they spend, you know, might be useful for them to see some of these things, so that they could see, oh, you know what, we should spend money that way.
Some of the people in the class from Nevada were saying,
well, I don't know. Just
Oh.
people in the class who said, oh, I would really love to do this, but I'm not sure that, you know, that we could get the funds for it, because they're not in the position to spend the money, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So I'm saying if some staff people watch it who take the class who are in that position, might be a little bit more open towards, you know, towards those staff members when they come and say, can we do this or that?
Okay. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying. I think.
Well, you know how a lot of times, say a youth services or children's librarian may or may not be in a position to say, I want to do this, let's spend the money on it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right. I think I make it, well, I don't know. I
don't mean I don't mean
I hope I made it clear that we're funding it.
No. I don't mean for the cost of the class. I mean like for wanting to do something that was brought up in the class.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of specifics, but wanting to purchase something or change their space.
Got it.
But they're not in the position to spend that money. So it might, like I'm saying, people who do have the opportunity to spend that money, they might be more open to their staff coming and saying to them,
right,
hey, I want to change my whole area or whatever.
I understand. I actually attended one, I don't even remember what it was. It was a teen workshop at a conference, and just chatting with fellow attendees, the biggest barrier to implementation of some of that, the activities, some of the things that were taught was management. Like no one had the funds to go buy the books or to move the space.
Right. That's exactly what I mean. Right. Thanks.
Right. Well, if you wanted to and you had your manager or your director's permission, you could apply for an LSTA grant to maybe implement some of everything that you've learned. But that's a different topic. Has the professor taught at a university? I do not know. She has been everywhere. I see her at a lot of conferences, and I've seen her name tied with early literacy forever. Does anyone know if she's been a lecturer at a library school?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Like you said, she's done a lot, but I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what her qualifications are.
You know, we should find that out. But you know, I've spoken to her, or I've emailed with her, and she's very open to whatever we might need as a Nevada community. So let us know that too. Anyway, Alicia, you might want to take it, or maybe you've taken similar things during your coursework, but you can persuade other people at your library to take it. Anyway, enough of that. Anyway, we will have this available. We will fund as many seats as they will let us until we fill the class up. And I'll send an email out to directors. Okay. Anything else about this one? Okay.
Yeah, I just did a quick check on Ms. Goding, and she's just been a librarian and a consultant. She has not taught at any universities. That was a quick scan. I didn't know the answer to that either.
Well, she's got some real world.
She's real world.
Anyway, oh, thank you. Jessica Jones posted her resume. Okay. All right. That's it for us. That's it for me, at least. Those are the things we really wanted to share with you for this week. Now it's time for check-in, unless anyone else, again, last call for items to put on the agenda. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. We can just look at each other's faces. I'm the only one who has my camera on. All right, it's check-in time. Who wants to check in? Jasmine. I was like, Jasmine Mendoza, Jasmine Mendoza, Jasmine Mendoza.
New name, she's married.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Oh, no.
Congratulations.
I was, for some reason, thinking that you were with North Las Vegas. That's terrible. Okay. All right, well, Jasmine and Jamie, what's going on in Humboldt?
It was something that was kind of cool this past week, and we're actually taking part in it. The Step Up for Kids, right? That's what it's.
It's like Strong Start?
Yeah, Step Up for Kids. I have the flyer right in front of me. The annual Step Up for Kids event with the Kid Governors program is actually being brought to Winnemucca. I mean, everyone has a chance to participate in it, but we have one of our library kiddos that is a finalist as a kid governor right now. And it's really cute because her speech, she talks about how important the library is to her and how her platform is about bullying and having kids be aware of the events in their community, especially public libraries. And so she wants to have all of the kids know about that. And they're realizing a lot of the stuff was all geared towards Vegas and Reno. Even this big event that they do every year, they have pickups in Vegas and Reno for it. And this year they're doing it virtual with everything with COVID. And they're like, well, you guys are having these swag bag pickups and everything, but only in Vegas and Reno. Can Winnemucca have one so that rural areas can also participate in the event? So her mom has been in contact and they reached out to us. And so we're going to be a pickup area. And so they're going to go collect the things. And then this Friday, all day long, people can come pick it up and then they can participate in the event Saturday. So it's kind of cool that we're getting one of our kids to show representation and hopefully be a voice for Nevada as well, because all of her other candidates are from Reno and Vegas. So we're rooting for her, and we were so proud that she had libraries in her heart when she was talking about how important they are.
My
It was
gosh.
pretty cute.
That's awesome. You said you had a flyer. Do you have it on your
Yes.
screen? Do you want me to let you share the screen or is it?
I wonder if I can send it in the chat. Let me try sending it.
Okay.
I will do that really quick.
That's great. Oh, that's my.
And this is an event that anyone can do. They're going to be doing like Zumba and like all sorts of different activities all virtually. It's not letting me, yeah, maybe I can just share my screen. Let me get it open. Let's see.
Jessica wrote in chat, we are looking at tentatively reopening on the 19th, next Monday. Browsing and computers are uses only. Cool.
So it's we have this on our email. So it's Step Up for Kids, Saturday, October 17th. All the Strong Start governors are going to be doing speeches. All kids 18 and below can vote for their kid governor that will represent them. They have yoga, dance, story times, arts and crafts, science. And then these are the locations right now that have pickups for their swag bags. And then your kids can get entered to win a Chromebook. So,
And look at that, Humboldt County Library.
I know, we're representing. Woo-hoo. So if you go to 2020 Step Up NV, you can find their information for their event. So all the other libraries, if you guys would like to help promote it, it's such a fun activity. I think we didn't know about it until they said something, and we're like, yeah, we'll get in on that. We'd be happy to share.
I didn't know about it either.
We're proud of her. She came in today and she recited her entire speech from memory. She's been working so hard on it.
That is super cool. Now, that is the sort of thing, Tuesdays, our Tuesday sessions with Tammy, we have a new thing, which is share your news. That we're not doing it tomorrow, but that we can share, or Jessica can share the next Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. That's super cool. Good for you. All right. Thank you. Anyone else?
It's
I like
Judy
your
from
masks too.
I know I shared last time that we were celebrating really big Teentober, and we have had a really positive response from the community. We heard from UNR, and that led to one of our staff being on a newly formed committee that they're going to be doing for adolescence and literacy. And we were picked up by Colo 8. It's on their website. And also just little comments here and there that people are really, appreciating that they're seeing teens as the focus, because, a lot of the times it's the littles. So we're just really excited because it's our first big launch. And we did launch also the 100 Books Before Graduation Teen Reading Challenge, which will be a year-round challenge, of course, because not too many students probably will finish in a year. So it's kind of the idea is that they're reading throughout high school and they're reading for fun. So we're just really excited about that. And then also, like I said, we're launching our two early, our break time with baby and our early reader feature. So, and then, also mindful movement. It's a little type of story time as well that involves more movement and not necessarily reading a book.
Mm-hmm.
So lots going on.
Are you sending are you sending anyone to Yellza?
Actually, we decided not. There was a couple reasons, and it is over the weekend, and a lot of our branches are short-staffed, and I was just concerned with the, being able to cover all that. And we want to, we want to be a bigger part of it next year if it's actually in person, since we are, in Reno, and, maybe even help somehow behind the scenes and all of that. So we're just going to kind of hold off on that and participate big next year.
Yeah. So you're short-staffed. I've heard other libraries are sort of short-staffed as well because of the weird schedules that we're all on.
Yeah, it's just a different, we're doing it, but it is a different, everyone knows there's just more work involved in the day-to-day operations and more things to consider, and yeah.
Yes.
And it's hard for, everyone to be so virtual so much, with the conferences that are, the entire 2 days.
Yes.
But I do appreciate it, and I will be, hopefully they'll have some follow-up information on their website how it went, and maybe we can spy a couple things.
To me, I feel like I'm in a bubble sometimes. These virtual conferences, from my perspective, are so great because it's granting way more access than ever before. It's it's $50, $100 instead of $2,000 to attend a conference, which is prohibitive. But yes, it is the same. It is a set block of time. We heard last Tuesday, and you already know this, but it was confirmed that kids are not coming into your libraries. As a rule, if you're open, you're not getting any kids. If you're open, you're not getting any teens, which of course makes everything that much more complicated. For maybe Humboldt. Okay. Let's see. Alicia, how are you doing in Boulder City? I'm sorry, Pahrump. How are you doing in Pahrump?
So far, so can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
My thing wasn't moving. I'm like, we're doing pretty good so far. I don't know if I told you guys last time, but we expanded our hours at the library, and it's been honestly really slow. So we'll see how. So far, my director wants to keep it like this. We just learned that from the meeting this morning, so we'll see if it picks back up. But we put out more computers so kids could work on the computers if they need to. So far, we've only had an average of like 1 kid per day or maybe 1 kid per week. So like you were saying, Sulin, it's kind of our attendance with the children and teens has kind of gone down, which is really kind of bothersome. But so far, we've been doing okay with our virtual stuff. We've been getting pretty good numbers there. So we're also going to start here in children's. We want to do the craft kits. We've been discussing getting those going. And one idea we have to do is to show parents and children how to do them on our Facebook. And then they have to come to the library to get the kit. So
Nice.
that kind of will get them also hopefully looking at our other story times as well. And yeah, so far that's where we're at. We're still disinfecting like crazy. But yeah, it's been kind of slow here, but I think we're moving along pretty good.
Do you think Alicia, the Bruce, I'm here. Do you think it's because they're unaware you're open, or they're just reluctant to come in?
That's what I'm wondering, because I ran into a couple of my STEAM families this weekend who participated with STEAM, and they completely homeschooled all their children. And I asked them if they'd be willing to come into the library at all right now, and they said no because of the virus. But I'm not really sure. I think people are still, I think though with our hours, we just did them not too long ago, so they may not know just yet. Pahrump kind of has a hard time getting news out super quickly, so we may see more people towards the end of October or maybe leading into November. So we'll see what happens, but I think kind of both has done it, so but we'll see.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Who have we not heard from? Courtney, I know you chimed in about early lit, but want to give us a general Mineral County Youth Services?
We just use services. Well, one thing.
Well, anything, actually, anything.
Well, I mean, we have the same deal. We don't, we're not seeing the kids come in like they used to, obviously, because they're not going to schedule half an hour at the computer. But we actually have one teen who is doing a VR. Right now, it's just one person, and we are keeping it that because he used to help us with our virtual reality club. So right now, he's the only one who kind of knows about it and is doing it. But that's kind of nice to see that. But also, we have a tutor who had been really active here at the library, and he is starting up this week too. And because people had been asking, they desperately needed, tutors for their kids. So he's going to be quite busy here. We have a whole area set up really just for him and his students. So, and he's very careful about health and safety too. So we are starting to see more kids in one way or another, but certainly not back to normal. We're going to continue doing our a puppet show each month. We have a monster one on for this full month, and then we'll probably do a Thanksgiving one, just to sort of talk about being grateful to kids, and then we'll have a holiday one. So we're going to continue doing that. And thanks again to the state and in LA for the equipment. We really appreciate it and enjoy using it.
Oh, that reminds me,
Mhm.
the feedback on the digital virtual reality, no, not virtual reality, on the digital wish list toolkits that we got everyone during the summer. Generally people want in an editing class, help with editing. So I'm hoping to get how to edit technically, and then how to do the actual technical editing with an iPad mini, and then how to edit to make aesthetically pleasing with Casey Oberhansley, who is a professional. This is tentative, but we'll see if we can make that happen. An editing class would be great. Oh, yes. Alicia says an editing class would be great. Okay. Well, what else we got? Bruce is muted.
Alicia just said that an editing class would be great. Agreed.
Yes. Yes.
And Jamie Wells put up a link to 2020 Step Up Nevada, evenbright.com. Yeah, I agree about the editing class.
I've said all I've got. We can wrap it up.
Bruce, what is the date of your first, what are we calling it again? Early literacy?
Family reading program, early literacy skills training. And that will be, sorry, my dog's going crazy, October 19th, the week of October 19th.
Okay, and then you'll be sending an email out on that.
Yeah, we'll be sending the email on that and do it again on the 22nd. So
Okay.
Everybody gets a shot. We're trying something a little different this time. So
Okay.
people, so people aren't wondering what happens to Batman and Robin and have to wait a week.
Exactly. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Norma, should we call it a day?
I have nothing to add, so I guess so.
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Don't forget to vote early.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
stopping recording. I'm still recording. I can't find the off switch.
You got to hit the
Oh, there it is.